Good morning to you all, dear students of class 6. Welcome back again to our, as usual, English literature class. I hope you are all staying fit, fine, and healthy at your own homes at this time when we are not able to meet in our, as usual, classrooms. We are able to communicate through this online class itself. So please try to cooperate with the teachers, pay attention to your classes, and appear in the tests which are being conducted time to time after the completion of every chapter. This is only the way through which we can keep a communication with each other at this time of crisis when we are not able to meet with each other in our school. So somehow we have to cope with the situation and try to overcome from this. So till then we have to make a good cooperation and communication with each other. Whatever the we teachers we tell you, you are supposed to follow it and note it, study properly, follow the tutorials provided to you through online class, and also note down the question answers, notes, whatever provided to you, so that it will be very helpful for you in the coming days. So now, as you all know it very well that I had taught a poem in my previous class, and the topic of the poem was Summer Sun, which is written by Robert Louis Stevenson. In this particular poem, the poet has tried to give a message through the poem, children. And what is that message? The message is the sun is very important. Nothing can compare with the sun in this universe. Life is not possible without sun, whether it is plants or animals. Everything can survive in this world only with the presence of the sun. The sun's rays, it is so important that plants, animals, creatures, everything it requires the sun's rays to grow, to survive, and to prosper in this universe. This is what the sole message that the poet has tried here to convey through these lines in the poem. Beside this, the poet also has tried to give a very good message through the various stanzas in the poem that the rays of the sun, it is so bright, each and every corner, the dark corners where we are not able to reach, even in such places the rays of the sun can reach and can enlighten those dark spaces, dark regions, and the sun's rays brighten them, make them bright. And that is how the rays of the sun is so vital, so important. It not only provides a support for the plants and the animals in this universe, but also it gratifies the beauty of this nature. It makes the surroundings very bright and makes it to look very beautiful, and that is how we all are able to notice that how the surrounding is made so beautiful by the rays of the sun. And the poet also has tried to convey the message to us, to the readers, that how the gardeners in the garden, the farmers in the field, they do take care of their plants, of their crops so well. In the way, the sun also plays the role of a good gardener. It provides support to each and every living things in the world, whether it is plants or animals. It also provides support and help towards to the creatures of this universe and plays the role of a very good gardener, and that is what we are able to survive here. This is the sole message that the poet has tried to convey through the lines in the poem which we had already learnt in our previous class. So those who have missed the class, I suggest you all children to go through my previous video in which I have explained the details whatever it is there in the poem which the poet has tried to give the message through it. Okay, so now what I am going to do is I am going to provide you the various solution of the various exercises, reference to the context, question answers in details. So please pay attention and note it down all these works in your literature notebook. Now we move on to the very first exercise of this chapter, children, reference to the context, and the topic is making connections. Question number 1, read these lines and answer the questions that follow. Extract A. Here are the lines. Great is the sun and wide he goes through empty heaven without repose, and in the blue and glowing days more thick than rain he showers his rays. Related to this extract, here is question number 1. What do you think the poet means by empty heaven? And the answer for this question, it is here for you children. Answer number 1. Here, empty heaven means the vast clear blue sky above. Once again I repeat, here empty heaven means the vast clear blue sky above. Question number 2. Why are the rays described as more thick than rain? The answer for this question, it is here for you children. The rays are described so because it showers its rays more thick than the rain. Once again I repeat, the rays are described so because it showers its rays more thick than the rain. Question 3. Why did he shower his rays in the blue and glowing days? Here is the answer for you. Because in summer the sun shines more than it rains in the blue and glowing days. Once again, because in summer the sun shines more than it rains in the blue and glowing days. Now extract B. Here I am going to read out the lines first. Yet he will find a chink or two to slip his golden fingers through. Related to this extract, here is question number 1. Who will find a chink? Where was he supposed to find a chink? The answer is here. The sun's rays will find a chink. He was supposed to find it in a sitting or a guest room. Once again I repeat the answer for you children. The sun's rays will find a chink. He was supposed to find it in a sitting or guest room. Question 2. What do you think the poet means by golden fingers? Here is the answer for you. Golden fingers, by this the poet means the thin rays of the sun which passes through a narrow opening. I repeat the answer. Golden finger, by this the poet means the thin rays of the sun which passes through a narrow opening. Question 3. Why was he being kept out? Answer is here. He was being kept out just to avoid the extreme heat, especially in that summer season. I repeat the answer once again. He was being kept out just to avoid the extreme heat, especially in that summer season. Now we move on to extract C. Here I am going to read the line first. The dusty attic, spider clad, he through the keyhole maketh glad, and through the broken edge of tiles into the laddered hayloft smiles. Related to this, question number 1. Who did the sun make happy? How did he do this? The answer is here. The sun made happy to a storeroom with dust and insects. He did this by entering through its keyhole and brightened the room inside. Once again, I repeat the answer for you, children. The sun made happy to a storeroom with dust and insects. He did this by entering through its keyhole and brightened the room inside. Question 2. How did the sun enter the hayloft? Answer is here. The sun entered the hayloft through the broken edge of tiles. I repeat, the sun entered the hayloft through the broken edge of tiles. Question 3. What do these lines tell you about the sun? Answer is here. These lines tell us that the sun, as a sort of big, cheerful fellow who is always barging in. Once again, these lines tell us that the sun, as a sort of big, cheerful fellow who is always barging in. Now we move on to the question answers, children. There are only two question answers here in this chapter, question 2 and question 3. Out of these two, number 2 question answer I am going to provide you right now, and number 3 you will be performing it as a homework. Okay, so here is the question number 2. Why do you think the poet has chosen summer as a setting for the poem? So for this, here is the answer for you. The poet has chosen summer as a setting for the poem because he wants to express his feelings during the summer season, which he thinks is the season of delight and happiness. I repeat the answer once again. The poet has chosen summer as a setting for the poem because he wants to express his feelings during the summer season, which he thinks is the season of delight and happiness. In this way, we have come to an end of our today's answer to the questions, reference to the context, grammar exercise, everything. So you are all supposed to note it down, all these works in your literature notebook. In page number 28 and 29, there are few exercises which you are also going to perform it as your homework. Okay, and get prepared and learned so that you would be get ready for your next coming test, that is online test. Okay, so this much for today. I stop it for the moment. Rest we will be continuing it in our next class. Thank you.